All right, everybody, we back. Another episode of One for the Culture. It's your boy Ollie Brady. I got my guy Kevin Joseph, aka K-Joe, in the building. Y'all don't know who he is. Man, there's a walking $1 million brand at this point. I'm gonna hype him up if he ain't gonna hype himself up. So, don't let him front. Ultimate athlete. I know this man for some years, man. But we're gonna go ahead and get into it, man. Y'all know we get straight to it. Hey, K Joe, man, for anybody that don't know who you are, just kind of, give a little introduction to yourself, break down your background and stuff like that and what you do.
What's going on, people? Thank you for having me on the show, my boy Brady. Yeah, man. So if you guys do not know who I am, my name is Kevin Joseph. Born and raised Houston, Texas. Now living in Austin. Full-time entrepreneur. I have a consulting agency. We help brands to scale up online with paid strategies. Essentially, we create a paid strategy for them, and then me and my team, we walk them through how to execute that strategy to perfection. And so, my boy Brady been on this whole entrepreneur grind, man, and I see you. So I'm just like, I had to jump on the show to share some knowledge, get to talk to the people because the people they've been asking.
Feel me? You feel me?
The people they've been wanting more.
Hey, Rod, I mean, people be seeing your ass too everywhere.
Right.
Getting those 7-figure results.
Yeah, they better pay for that shit.
Yeah. Well, for y'all that don't know, man, I don't know Kevin shit. What? Damn, for a while. Shit.
Yes, yeah, all the way from Westbury.
Yeah, I'm about to say like the old days, boy.
I was like elementary school, man. I was like, yeah, like maybe like what, like third, like fourth, fifth grade, something like that. Like,
yeah, shit, wild, man. Now we grown, about to be 30.
Grown with bills.
Live a life, but man, this boy right here, y'all ever peep his page? This man is in a different city, country. He's somewhere every other week. I feel like
that's just the green screen. That's all it is, really.
That's
all. This is the green screen. The women are fake. It's all, you know what I'm saying. It's all an illusion. I just gotta get the followers up. That's all it is.
Yeah, what you mean? I see you got like 15,000 out of nowhere on the IG, man. I'm like, damn, we're moving.
Yeah, dude. It's like, yeah, bro. It's kind of crazy. Like, the more like I have to pay for paid traffic, like to run ads too. Like, yeah, the more people see my stuff, and so like people be following me, man. And so now it's just like it creates. I think the biggest thing that having a lot of followers does, more than 10,000 plus followers, does it just brands you as some type of authority figure, just off top. Like, people see your Instagram, and essentially your Instagram is like your business card, so the first look that they're going to see is your followers. And then, so then they go to your followers, then what happens? What's the first thing you do? You got to click a picture to see if it's real, and so, so now from there, you see me with a bunch of followers, and you tap a picture, and it's like, oh, okay, well, yeah, this guy's probably not legit, but, and then now if the engagement matches the actual followers, then, now you just created instant credibility, just like that. It's crazy.
Oh, yeah, bro. Oh, you ain't got to tell me. Like, I don't even like Instagram like that, but I used to start using it like late last year, and I got like 2,500 followers, and it's just crazy.
Dude, yeah, man. Like, there's whole growth agencies out there, man. Like, essentially, like, it's kind of crazy. Like, I literally, like, I had no idea how this works until like a couple months ago. And so, you know how you go on those accounts, and you know how you'll find a page, and then from there you'll be like, hey, like, get a chance to win a PS5. All you need to do is just follow and comment 3 friends and follow these accounts. Yeah. And so there's growth agencies now who are paying influencers to run those type of campaigns, and then are now plugging people's accounts in those pages to now create instant growth.
Yeah, I done seen that. I done seen the people where the celebrities will go shout your page out. I can't remember what the name of it is called. They got all type of stuff now, man. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's wild, dude. Hey, whatever works.
But let me go ahead and take it a step back because I always do this with every guest I have on. Just like what was the money entrepreneur conversations like? In your household growing up and stuff.
Mm, non-existent, dude. Honestly, um, yeah, dude. Me and my dad never ever talked about like entrepreneur stuff. And it was kind of crazy. Like even like from high school, college, like I never saw myself as somebody doing like entrepreneurship. I just knew I just like wanted to have a lot of money. Essentially, like it's funny. Like I'll tell you a hilarious story. One day I was at Cheddar's with some friends of mine. Well, it was like my cousin and then like his friends, kind of associates type deal. So maybe like five of us. And so the conversation of the future came up. Imagine this maybe like 2000, like 14, 13. So a lot younger. And so we're all talking about impact and influence. And so it's just like, oh yeah, so like what do you want to do? Like I want to become a doctor so I can save people. And what do you want to do? You go, I mean, I want to do this because, so I
Yeah.
can save people and da da da. And he got to me, he's like, what do you want to do? I was like, I'm just trying to make a lot of money, man. Like I'm just, like I'm just trying to be wealthy. I'm just trying to be good. Like, and
Yep.
they're like, well, you don't want to help. I mean, I was like, I mean, yeah, that's cool, but like me though, I'm trying to have money. And so, yeah, I never had that. I mean, my dad was more always like my parents. International parents, and so immigrant parents, so it's always like school first, so even going the entrepreneurship route was like very taboo for them, and highly, highly, highly discouraged. But I think
Yeah.
that not seeking the approval from my parents makes me the better entrepreneur and a better person because of that. Because now I don't have to seek your approval. And now, so like now as a person that I don't have to go seek my parents' approval, like I definitely don't need to have your approval. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like,
Hey,
and so
that's
it's
that's
definitely,
real though. That's
yeah,
real.
for sure. Yeah, easily. So like, yeah, I think it's become a superpower now to be so transparent with people because there's no reason for me to sugarcoat it or lie because I don't need your approval at the end of the day. So yeah, definitely has, I think has, those were the kind of the parallels in my life.
That's a fact, bro. Because everything you said, I'm going through it like right now. So it's just like when you
You know,
start realizing
what
like
do you mean?
just like you don't have to care about what you don't need no validation from nobody or what you got going on. So it's crazy just when you don't care how much you can get done. Because a lot of times everybody
Yeah,
be
I
worried. A
mean,
lot of people be worried about what the next person think, and then especially when they get stuff started, they expecting all their family or friends to come and support it. Sometimes they just might not even see the vision. So shit, honestly, that to me is the biggest thing when you first get started. You got to understand it might just be you. You got to figure it
uh,
out.
yeah, nah, big facts. And I mean, and it's cool if you really try and do it. But now it goes into the thing of like, are you trying to do it for yourself, or are you trying to do it as a persona? Because being an entrepreneur is cool now. So
Oh
yeah,
yeah.
this shit's definitely not cool. I mean, it's great, it has its pros, but I mean, definitely has cons, bro. Like it's a very taxing life, bro. Like
Uh,
man, it is a stressful one,
yeah,
dude.
I ain't even. You full time entrepreneur. I'm just like trying to get like I do the investor route, and I'm trying to get some stuff going right now with business. And bruh, I got some stories at this point. It's gonna make for some good content or something later on down the road. But dang, bro, people don't understand. It's almost a crazy person to keep going and doing this type of stuff. It's like a whole different mentality. So,
Yeah,
but
dude. Really.
I'll say this, your ass left me in college, man. Left me in Kingsville. Went on to the UTSA. I'm gonna ask you
Dude, I
this,
just
bro,
had to get out
because
of Kingsville, man. I had to get out of there,
hey,
bro.
bro, I
It
don't
was so,
blame you.
it was so tiring, bro. I had to, man. Especially after our friend Corn left, I was like, oh man. Yeah, for y'all do not know, me and Brady went to college together in Kingsville. We all three got a scholarship. Me, Brady, and our other friend Cornelius. We call him Corn. And yeah, Corn was the first to leave. Like me and Corn were roommates, and he was the first to leave. And so I still stayed. I was like, it's cool. And then I got to that second year, and then after that second year, I was like,
Boys was out.
I don't know. I don't know about this, man. Like, I don't know about this. So, yeah, dude, I had to dip up out of there. But I'm
I
happy I
still,
did, though. I mean, it was just kind of just like another thing of like, yeah, like, having to go into a coach's office and be like, yeah, bro, I'm really not trying to be here.
yeah.
Like, so just like your coach, it was right after spring too. I had a pretty decent spring too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't a thing of like I was leaving because of like my talent or something. Like, I was just not
Oh
trying to be
no, you the ultimate. Hey, you a cheat. I call you the cheat code anyway, boy. Man, hey, y'all don't know this man ACL injury came back. I don't even know, like it wasn't that long. On some AP
yeah,
type stuff right there,
yeah, it
boy.
was a year. Yeah, yeah, I got the sack record and all that at the time. Like, yeah, it was lit.
But I ask you this, bro. Now that you full time entrepreneur and stuff like that, do you feel like college was worth it?
Hmm. Yes, I think college. If I could go back, I would still go to college. Like if I could go back in time, I think the mentality of college needs to be changed because colleges was pitched as you have to do this in order to have an opportunity. And now we're going to college in search of like our future. So I want to find like my path in life of what I want to study, and I think that is the wrong way of going to college. I think college should be about now going in, and one, the biggest thing is just networking.
Yeah,
The if you focus on networking and building relationships, like that's essentially all you really need to do, from college. So I think that college was worth it in the fact of like the relationships that I made, have been lifelong, like going to a place like Kingsville, meeting, people I'm still friends with. I can go to LA and hit a trail anytime, like I can go to Dallas and hit a perk anytime. You know what I'm saying? Like the friendships that you build in college, I think are, really substantial. But as far as like taking out debt to go,
hey,
try
bro.
to find my test. See, that is where I say no, it's not worth it. It's not worth it to go take out debt to now, try to do this.
100%. Especially when you start talking about taking out, especially if you're in business. To me, like I was thinking about this. Like we really was trying, like at least me, like really trying to go to school to learn business for people that ain't even got businesses. Like
The craziest thing to me, dude, is they have entrepreneurship degrees.
I know, but it's the people that's teaching that ain't even entrepreneurs. That's the craziest part to me.
I just don't understand that. It's so like, and I meet people like all the time who tell me like I've met people, and I say I meet people like I current, but like I've met people like recently of like yeah, like somebody's getting their MBA in entrepreneurship, and I was like, I
Man,
it just doesn't really make sense to me. Maybe I don't know. Like
bro.
anybody who's listening to this, if you could please educate me, send me something on IG of like what that how that makes sense. Like, do you graduate and then go start a business and say, wait, no, you should buy from me because I have my
Uh,
entrepreneurship degree.
yeah, bro. You ain't. Hey, that's a fact. And I don't even know if NBA, bro, really like. I got mine because I didn't know what the hell I want to do after like I got out. Like,
And I think that's the biggest thing. I think that's the biggest reason why a lot of I think out of 10 people, 8 people go back to get their MBA because they still like either they're unhappy where they're at, and so they're like, "Well, I'm gonna get my MBA in hopes,"
yep.
or they're just like, "Man, I graduated college and I don't know what the fuck else to do, so I've been going to school, so let me just go to school some more."
Nah, hey, bro, that's exactly what I did. Like, and then when I got it, I realized like you're gonna go apply for a job. They really don't care. They go like, oh, the only reason they gonna care for me anyway. They look at me like, oh, this black dude got an MBA. They were like, oh, you
Yeah,
got MBA. And then they be next thing you know, they're like, all right, what's your experience looking like? So I'm like, bro, like I just went to school for this. and I can't even get I can't get a decent paying job coming out of that. Like they still want all these years experience. Like, it's wild, bro.
Yeah, dude. But I mean, like as a business owner now, like I don't be trying to be hired. Nobody knew. Like the fuck, like, bro. I need you to know. I need you to have some competency, bro. Like I don't have time to train you, bro. Like that's the thing. Like it's time. Like we can train you to be better, but we can't train you with the basics. And so, like, I definitely get it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Nah. You different though, like, cause I know you do like you pay for mentorships. Cause I know we was both in what is the Secret Entourage and all that. Like, you pay for mentorship stuff. Like, have you done any courses or anything like that too, or how'd you even get into like the ad space, like running ads and all the digital marketing stuff?
Yeah, dude. So, when I was in college and I was graduating college, I had a full time job offer when I graduated, and it was like working for Union Pacific. It was like a railroad company,
All right.
and they offered me like 60K. Like while I was in school, I was like, "Bet, hell yeah!" I mean, I was gonna be working like 60 hours a week, whatever. So I went to go. I did the interviews, did like 3, 4 interviews. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they offered me the position. So I accepted it, and then now I had to go take a physical, and so I had to go take a physical. So in my head, I'm just thinking, all right, well, gotta take a drug test, and then that's gonna be it. Drug test, I'm out the hell. So I went to go take the drug test, but
Mhm.
it was more than a drug test. It was like a drug test, a drug test, a reading test, a hearing test, a colorblind test, a listening. Like, yeah, bro. It was so many tests, and I was just so unprepared. And so I went in there just with a very nonchalant attitude of like, I'm just in here so I can get this job. Wasn't really trying my hardest. And so I went to, left there, thinking I passed and everything. And I got an email one morning and say, hey, we regret to inform you that you did not fit. You didn't pass a physical, and we have to revoke our job offer. And I was like, huh?
Damn,
What do you
bro.
mean? What do you mean?
I
What do you
bro.
mean? In an
Hey,
email, I'm waking up
damn.
like the funny thing is, I was on my phone. I saw it on my phone. I was like, nah, like my eyes is tired. Like, let me go look at my computer.
No one said, no, man, this ain't right. Shit.
So I'm looking at the email, and then the lady calls me, and I'm thinking it's a drug test, and I'm like, "There's no way I failed this drug test. Like, I paid for this pee. Like, this pee is good. Like, I paid for that. Like, this pee is good. I've taken other drug tests with this type of pee, and it's passed. There's no way." So a lady calls me, and she's like, "Hey, I don't know if you got our email, but yeah. So you ended up failing our colorblind test." And I was like, no way. Have you ever taken a colorblind test before?
Bro, no.
Now, let me explain to you and the people what a colorblind test is. So, a colorblind test is like a book. It's like a little small booklet, right?
Yeah.
And there are patterns on every page. Just different random patterns, and kind of something like this. Like something that are corresponding colors. In a pattern, and then there's a type of symbol or number,
Oh,
hidden.
okay. I know what you're talking about. All right.
Yeah, hidden in that pattern. And so now you just, flipping the pages and kind of just saying like, what it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was just bullshitting that hoe. Like I was like 7, 11, 4, 2, and 2, go, blue. All right, bet. Cool. Like next one or whatever. And so like the lady was like, yeah, you failed a colorblind test. Like you missed 2 and you could only miss 1. So we had to revoke the job offer. I was like, bro, I could take the hoe again, bro. Like I
That's what
was
I thought. I was about to
playing.
say
Like
they ain't let you they
I
ain't let
could
you
just
redo it or
I
nothing.
could just take that hoe again, bro. Like I was playing, bro. Like I wasn't even for real. Like, what you mean? And yeah, niggas was like, nah, like, yeah, sorry, deuces. Like hung that hoe up. And so I'm like, wow, like
Damn.
this whole time I thought I had a job. And so, I kind of just did what any other 22, 21-year-old would do and just went on Google and looked up how to make money online.
Yep.
So I looked up how to make money online, saw a couple of stuff, and then I found out about affiliate marketing. Do you know what affiliate marketing is?
Kind of, sort of, but bro,
It's
I
it's
come to
very
you about all that stuff anyway. I ask you the
yeah, it's
question.
very simple. So affiliate marketing is essentially, let's say I have this pin, right?
Yep.
And you're like, damn, Kevin, that's a really, really dope pin. Like, where can I get a pin like that? And I say, yeah, dude, just go to that store over there. They have like a lot of pins. So then from there, every time you go to that store and you buy a pin, I get paid because I sent you to that store. Make sense?
Yep.
So that's affiliate marketing. And so I found out about that concept. I was like, damn, that's pretty cool. And then I found out about high ticket affiliate marketing. And I was like, this is interesting. So now I can do that same type of marketing, but instead of this pin being $5, it could be $5,000. And then obviously the commissions are way bigger. So I'm like, damn, that's hella hard. So I dove into it, started learning more about it, reading more about it, jumped into an affiliate marketing company, had to take out thousands of dollars and of loans and credit cards and stuff like that. Um,
So you just went all in. You just said fuck it and went all in.
Yeah,
I
because I
feel
was
you.
like, this was hard, like, you know what I'm saying? And yeah, I was doing it, and that was pretty cool. Like, I was making some money from it, but I had to learn how to. Obviously, I couldn't just come to you and my friends and be like, "Hey, bro, y'all trying to buy this $5,000 pen?" Yeah, I'm like, "Nah."
Yeah.
Like, fuck. All right, next person, next caller. Like, no, but that's annoying. And so, it's kind of like an MLM as well too, because there's downlines and stuff. And so when I got into the company, my upline had hit me. He was like, "Hey, you're my downline. Obviously, like the more money you make, the more I make. I could teach you like how to sell this shit." I was like, "Nigga, I invested like all this money. Like, you better. Like, I need that." And yeah, so he taught me about Facebook ads because he was like, "Yeah, like this is the best way that you can like target people by just running ads and da 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 da." And I was like, "Oh, bet." So I learned about ads and making funnels and like branding a bit and da 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 da. I was like, "Oh, bet." Like, so I started making some money. It was cool, and the company ended up getting shut down. And then
Damn.
it turned out to be a whole like scam. So like we were like sending people to like the store, like, so the company was like an internet marketing company. So like their promise was like they would like essentially like give you all the tools that you need to um to sell.
Yeah.
And so we were selling the products that a done for you email series and a done for you what blah blah blah, but like they weren't fulfilling it. And so like, yeah, the FCC, like, right, exactly, right.
Damn,
But
bro.
we're still getting right, but they still paying us, so we like
I was like,
whatever.
you don't even care, yep.
Yeah, we didn't even know. I didn't even
Damn.
know. So then yeah, the whole like
Damn, bro.
it was a crazy thing. Like it was a whole thing was scam. Like niggas got scammed for like millions. Like people was committing suicide. Yeah, like yeah. I
Bro.
feel like there's definitely gonna be like a whole like something about it, bro. Like maybe in a year, like in a couple years, bro. Like
Dang.
it's crazy.
Well,
So
for the
yeah, dude.
whole.
I think from there, I was just like, I don't think I want to get back into affiliate marketing, but I fuck with Facebook ads. So I was just like, well, what if I just like run ads for people, like instead, like if I get like, I don't have to deal with the business stuff. I can just bring traffic to them. And so then like I just tried a whole bunch of crazy niches from real estate to dentists, chiropractors, all the way to like exotic dog breeders. You know what I'm saying? Like I
Dang.
just tried it all. And then I hit my sweet spot with e-commerce, selling like people's like clothes in their stores. Then from there, that's when I like got a lot of experience working with an agency. The agency was like a startup agency. They had like some pretty big brands, like 7, 8, 9 figure brands. So I was spending like
Okay.
millions a month. So like I got like a lot of practice, like really fast. Like imagine spending 100 grand in a day. Like
Dang, bro.
right, right. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, like you feel me? Like so like I learned like, real fast on the job. And so yeah, I got all that experience, and then from there, we kind of separated from there. The company I was with, and then just started to do my own thing, man. How I had a whole marketing agency, and I had a marketing agency for a while, but then I realized that like people don't, not everybody needs to like to be done for them. Like The only people who need to be like have an agency, like if you're making like maybe like minimum of like 30, 40K a month, like at the minimum,
Oh,
like because it's not that hard. It's not that simple, like so now the thing of like, all right, well, like, yeah, like I don't want to take you don't want to take the time out to like learn it yourself. So they go out and buy it. They go out and like have somebody do it for them because they don't want to take the time out to learn it because it's a lot. You gotta go on YouTube, you gotta go on da 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 da. And from there, I was like, well, what if we just made the strategy for people? And then from there, we just walk you through how to do the strategy. Now, like you're like literally your time is cut like in by even more than half. Like, you know, the whole strategies came
okay.
up with the whole strategies came up with the whole game plan is, and now we know exactly what we need to do. So now we're just taking, number one, number two, number three, number four, number five, all the way down to A, B, Z, all the way to Z. And
Okay.
so from there, I made that switch to a marketing agency to a consulting agency.
All right. So I got a question. So, like, how long did it take you to learn how to like run the ads and stuff like that?
Maybe like a couple months.
Okay, that ain't bad at all. Nah, cause I got a lot of people who was asking me questions when they found out you was coming over. So, shit.
Oh yeah,
So
wait on me. Yeah, usually.
kind of just break down for anybody that don't know, like, what is Facebook ads, the benefits of them, funnels, all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of the times when people have these websites, right? They have a website, and they're
Yeah.
like, "Oh yeah, I have a website." Like, all right, well, like, who's coming to visit your website? Nobody. So, like, how do you get people to come to your website? Well, you can either like do it organically, going on a bunch of podcasts, or you have, you create your own content machine and whatever, or you can just pay for it. I'm a big fan of doing stuff a lot easier, and money is very replaceable. So
Yep.
now it's just like, okay, well, if I'm going to spend money, how can I get people coming back? How can I get people like buying stuff? So now the benefit of running ads is now you can target ideal people that has the same interest as your brand to your website to now commit an action that you would like them to do. So now that speeds up the growth of your say of your site. So that's
Yep.
why Facebook ads or just ads in general is, the best way to go.
All right. So like, all right. So when you on usually when I'm on like Instagram or whatever, I'll see like you got some video ads. Like you normally do like the video ads where it's like boom. Then you got some people that just do them straight picture ads. It might be like a Twitter thing or whatever. Like, what do you think is like the best way to go for somebody trying to do that, like run ads? Like, it doesn't matter. Is the one that's better or
I mean, it just depends. Like the biggest thing of like what ads is, right? Like people like they run ads and they be like, "Well, I have a pin website. I have a pin next to me, people." So that's why these pin examples keep coming. So they'd be like, I have this pin website. Now let me just say, hey, everybody, come buy my pin for 10% off. Buy here, and I have a credit card, and I spend money, and I spend like 20, 30 bucks a day. Like, why would someone come buy your stuff? Like, like you just have a pin and you're giving me 10%
yeah,
off. Like, I don't. No one cares, right? And so or they'll be like, "Oh, I have this 10% off, and I think that we have a pin, and oh yeah, let's target people who are authors and who are journalists, and we'll just target them, and we'll just run ads like for a pin because they might use pins." No, like when you have to make an offer specific to a certain group of people and create a benefit for them to use it. So now, using that same pin example, if I say, "Hey, um, why do most people, why do people like? What's the difference between a good pin and a bad pin?" Well, the writing quality. Okay, well, um, the writing quality of this pin, like okay, well, who uses pins a lot? Who uses pins to make money? Okay, well, authors, journalists do. Okay, and so
yeah,
to them, what's the definition of a good pen? Okay, well, a good pen is probably something that writes simple, writes easy, doesn't get jammed a lot. So now you start to ask yourself these questions, and now you can make a great offer of like, hey, I have this pen, and I'm going to charge you, it's a really dope pen, and I'll charge you, $20 for this one pen. Because if this pen ever goes out, you have a lifetime guarantee that you'll never have to go out and buy another pen. We'll send it to you again, like for free. So now you're like, oh hell yeah, that's hard as hell. Let me go buy this pen right now. You see, now you see the difference in the offer, the difference of how I presented this same pen. It's not just a
Yeah.
pen. This is a guarantee, for your business. You know what I'm saying? That's the difference in having a good ad versus a whatever ad. So it's not the thing of how it looks. You just have to paint to whoever you're trying to pitch it to something so enticing that they feel like a fool for like trying to move away from it.
Okay. Now this is like the main thing because I know you work with big brands. So you work with big brands. You work with all types of people. Like so, as example, right? Like how much? Let's say I spend $1. Like how much? Like $1 on that. What is that dollar? Just for like quick reference. Like how much could I expect to get back when I return? I see you do crazy numbers like 8x and all that, but like what would be like somebody starting out got a decent buzz? Like what would be something they would expect to like spend off $1? You spend $1, you get what? How much back?
I mean, it's kind of just depends. Like, if they've ran ads before, have they not ran ads before? If they haven't ran ads before, they're probably going to need to like, spend. Essentially, like when you're running ads, have to have a budget to start off. You shouldn't just run ads if you don't have like any money because it doesn't make sense. So you should create a type of monthly budget first before you run ads. My lowest, I would say, to run ads is at least like $1,000. If you don't have $1,000 to run ads, doesn't really make sense to run ads because you're gonna have to have so much. Like you have to test because you don't know what works, you don't know what doesn't work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that makes sense. So, so I guess the real question is like, should all business be running ads then? If that's the case, like if they ain't got that
Yeah,
thousand, let's
yeah.
say,
If they don't have 1,000,
like let's say they ain't got that budget that you're talking about, right? Like essentially, I would say all business probably need to run some type of ads because just marketing is key. That's how you grow. But like, let's
yeah.
say somebody ain't got like, should this be something they should consider? I guess over something else. I don't know. I really don't know how to word this, but like, I guess we
And
could
it's
say,
like, what else would they do? That's the question. Like, I mean, if something's working, then find out what's working. But if you wanted to accelerate it, then like, why would you not run ads to it? Like, if you're not running ads, you're probably local.
mm,
So now what's stopping you from going and shipping that same thing to, you know, Eugene, Oregon?
okay, now let's go for you for instance, because I know I seen you got Instagram and Facebook ads. Like I know you have your business, but for like we'll just use Instagram for instance, because I know you just like you blew up crazy recently. So it's like, was you just doing that on the strength of just like establishing like an authority figure on Instagram? Or was you doing that for the sake of getting sales towards
Yeah,
your
for
business?
sales. Yeah, I'm not running
All right.
ads to get likes. I don't care about likes.
No, see,
Like,
but that's what I'm saying. Like some people, they'll run ads just to grow their following. Like I see a lot of people that's been talking like asking me about that. I'm just like, well, you get okay. Like I tell everybody this HK Joe up because I don't know much about none of that. Like I'll do
I,
that. I'd
I
rather pay somebody.
think that's kind of a silly idea because I think it's kind of a silly idea. I know plenty of millionaires, multi-millionaires who have 300 followers on Instagram. Like, yeah, dude. Like, your follower, you having a bunch of followers doesn't mean that you're gonna make money. Like, I run ads because I have a business and I make sales, and so I have to get people interested in my stuff and signing up for calls to talk to me and my team. So I got to run ads to it. I got to run ads to get that interest, to get that audience. And so if I can target people in Australia, in the UK, in Canada, then yeah, like I'm going to do that. So
So
yeah, you should definitely have something to sell if you're trying to run ads, basically. Create
all right.
something to sell.
You mentioned you have a team and all that. Like, what is your team like consist of? Like VAs and stuff. Like, what can somebody like? What does somebody need to have on their team to kind of take place doing this? Like, I mean, if they're not running it themselves.
Um, So you don't have to have a team to run ads. I just have a team just because like my team just helps me essentially be more effective. So I don't have to be all over the place. Um, you don't have to have a team. I don't have like a team of like people who run ads. Like just have a team in general. I have coaches who coach my clients. I have a marketing team who messages my clients, who messages potential leads. Um, so yeah, you don't have to have a team to run ads. Essentially, you just have to have a decent budget. Um, I mean, if somebody wants to learn the basics, you can definitely learn the basics on YouTube. Facebook has a free blueprint course. If you go on Facebook blueprint.com, they have a whole free training that teaches you literally step by step of how to run ads for free. You can go there. There's a lot of places, a lot of research that you can learn how to run ads.
Okay. And
Yeah.
so this was one question I got for somebody. Just what are the key metrics you looking at when you helping your clients run like ad campaigns and stuff like that?
That's a good question. It essentially kind of just depends on what they're selling. Is this a low ticket product? Is this a high ticket product? Is the average order value for this brand $30? Is the average cost for this, is the average order value for this brand $90? So then now our metrics range. You know, um, so now if we're looking at purchases, we're looking at, hey, what's the cost per purchase that of this product? Hey, if this client can only spend $20 to make a profit off a $30 item, then our cost per purchase can't be more than, 19 bucks, 18 bucks, So, but a sense of in the opposite sense, if their stuff is $90 for their average order value, then we could spend 70 bucks and be good, and be
Oh,
cozy, so yeah, essentially kind of just looking at understanding it depends for the client.
okay. And this is so because I've been seeing a lot of people that I know like that run ads and stuff. They talk about they have blocked Facebook ad accounts. I don't know nothing about that. Maybe you know something about that. Have you ever ran into that issue?
Yeah, several times, several times. I think that's one of the biggest downfalls of Facebook is their customer support. But to their point, they aren't looking to. Facebook is quick to Facebook makes so much money they'll ban you first and then ask questions later.
Okay.
So because there's so much scam stuff going on and people making bot accounts and things like that, and so yeah, so if you get your stuff banned, I've got my profile banned so many times. I have friends, like admins of my stuff, just in case. Oh damn, that profile's blocked out. Bet let me just log into his shit. Like
Oh, so you don't never get those accounts back. Once they ban, they just gone.
sometimes you do, sometimes you do, sometimes you don't. But you have to appeal for them. The appeal process takes a week. It could take a day. It could take a week. It could take 4 weeks. But
Oh yeah,
obviously I'm not gonna tell my clients oh yeah, bro, sorry, yeah, my account got banned, so oops, your money gone. Fraud.
yeah. Yep.
Easily.
All right, now I know you say you made the transition over to like a consulting agency. Can you kind of break down, anybody out there listening that want to work with you, what they can expect to get, from doing biz with you?
Yeah, for sure. Essentially, what we do is we create a paid marketing strategy for you. So, I have a paid advertising specialist. What he'll do is he'll create literally a whole game plan of, hey, here's your product and here's how we're going to sell it. And then from there, we'll create a strategy of how that look, through paid advertising. From there, I'll have my backend specialist work with you as well too. Now he'll help you with your emails. Help you with you know, because when you're subscribed to something, you're always getting those constant emails. And so you don't want to just rely 100% on paid advertising. You want to have some organic sales coming in too. So my backend specialist now creates a strategy for them to start getting those organic sales now. And so now we're making money from our paid traffic and we're making money for our back end traffic. And then from there, my website specialist, he'll come in, see what you're doing with your website, and now create a custom blueprint of hey, here's how we're going to sell your stuff the best. And now he'll help you he'll just do the recreation for you. So now you don't even have to worry about all that technical stuff. So essentially now you have a whole paid marketing plan. Now each of these, specialized people are now just showing you and teaching you exactly what we need to do so you can go into scale. So now the cool thing is now after you finish working with us, you can take that plan, do it yourself because you know exactly what to do it, Or now you can go hire a team for much more on a much more less inexpensive price because now you know exactly what they need to do. So they don't need to be experts, because you already have a game plan right here. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. How much that gonna run somebody though? So they know that too.
I mean, it just depends. I mean, to work with me, it just depends on like what they need. So that's why we have like the whole sales call. We got to talk to them and break down kind of their sales process, what they're doing, what they're not doing. But typically, our clients are spending around like 3 to 5K in
Okay.
advertising. Like not that's not like paying us, just like for their ads. They're typically paying around like 2 to 5K in ads, and we're helping them make that back like month after month after month.
Okay. All right. That's what's up. So I'm gonna go ahead and pivot to this last segment, bro. I just got this talk to the culture segment. Let's run through 5 questions, man. So
Talk to
first
me.
question is just what does wealth look like to you, man?
Oh, wealth looks like comfortability for my inner circle, financial stability for my inner circle.
All right. Next, I just give me a book recommendation. It could be any kind of book.
Oh, a book recommendation. The One Thing by Gary Keller. It talks about essentially how we all need to have a to-do list. Everybody thinks they need to have a to-do list, and I need to do all these 10 things, these 5 things. Essentially, now Gary Keller is saying all you really need to do is focus on one thing, you know? And once you start asking yourself these different questions of, hey, what's the one thing I can do to get X without doing it, and giving yourself a type of constraint. And now it expands your thinking. So instead of just saying, okay, hey, how can I make 10 grand a month? You can say, hey, what's the one thing I can do to make 10 grand? I can make 10 grand in a month without having to quit my job. Like now you're giving yourself a constraint to now even go higher in your thinking. And so now once you think of like that one thing that you need to do, everything else will now trickle in.
Okay. Now the next question is what failure taught you the most?
Um, Man, what failure taught me the most? I've had so many. I don't know. I think it's just collective of all of them. I mean, I think the biggest thing is like, yeah, just being more organized. I think being all my failures has just taught me just being much more organized. Um, yeah, just with my sales process, with my coaching process, it's everything. Just being more organized and being more efficient.
Okay. And what's one piece of advice you would give somebody out there? It could be about anything.
Um, my biggest thing that I would say is one of my favorite quotes is "You are what you tolerate." So like, yeah, you are what you tolerate. If
Okay.
you're annoyed with something, you don't have to tolerate that shit. Like, change it. Like, as simple as that.
Okay. And then just what's next for you, man? What's next? What's next on the agenda? Let's say the next 2-3 years, what you got planned? What's your expectation? You reaching?
I'm more so just looking at the end of the goal, at the end of the year. The goal for the month. The goal for the month right now. So last month we had a pretty good month. So this goal, I'm sorry. Last month we had I had my worst month, like in like months. After March was like my best month. And so now it's just this May is now just like bouncing back, taking a lot of the learnings that I took from April and taking them into May and now being better. Like it's already the 7th of May and I've already like collected more cash than I did like in all of April. That's how like shitty April was. So
Oh, okay. Damn.
yeah, right, exactly. So
Hey, that's
yeah,
part of the game, though. That's part of the game.
April was a very shitty month, man. So yeah, man, that's really like the biggest thing I'm working towards now is just one, just getting back up to speed, and then from there, at least by the end of the year, at least hitting like 100K a month, and from there, kind of scaling from there.
Hey man, 100K a month, huh? We ain't just go casually slide past that. Boy. I mean, just say 100K. What is like? They're just like work.
Dude, it's so crazy. Like, like my network now, like I know so many people, like it's just like, it's a great target to have. But it's like, I got homies, I got a homie here in Austin who's making $1 million a month. You feel me? Like, bro, like it's crazy. Like the more like, and that's why I say that so casually because like, dude, like I literally have friends like, oh, like, yeah, like good stuff. Like like golf claps. You feel me? Like, but I'm not diminishing the 100K and saying like it's a poor man's goal. Obviously, it's 100K in a month.
Nah, I feel you because I done had people come on here, bro. They just be like, yeah, I just make like 20 just off one thing, 20K a month just doing this one thing. That's just one of my things. I was
Right.
like, and they got like 5, 6 things going on. I'm like, damn.
Right, exactly, dude. So yeah, man, that's definitely the goal. Like, hit 100K in a month. I mean, man, I was looking to do it in May, but I think May that might just be like I think it's a kind of a shoot for the moon goal in May, just from how bad we had in April. But I would definitely love to hit 100K. If May goes the way that I'm thinking, I'd probably say like by like latest August, I'd hit 100K in a month.
Okay, that's what's up, bro. You tapped in with that. Nah, do me this favor because people ask about ads and stuff, and like I say, I always refer to you, bro. So just tell them where they can find you at and
Yeah,
how they
for
can get a hold of
sure.
you.
Best place to get me would be on Instagram. You can find my Instagram. It's Kevin Joseph. There's just ITS Kevin Joseph. You can just find me there. Shoot me a DM. I'll shoot you back. Or you can go and check out more of our work at CMO in a box, like Chief Marketing Officer. CMOinabox.co, not .com, .co, .co. CMOinabox.co. You can check out all our work, and then from there, like if you want to apply to a call, you can definitely do it on that page as well too.
I'll have all that in the show notes for anybody that's interested. Man, appreciate you, my brother. Now, I'm gonna ask you because you the first one I'm gonna ask this, man. You want to kick a freestyle for the people, bro?
Oh yeah, let's do it. I can get you a minute freestyle. You know what I'm saying? Let's get it.
All right, go ahead, bro. I'm gonna let this. I'm gonna let my
Wow,
guest
no
rock out.
beat, no
This up.
nothing. Wow,
No
no beat,
beat,
no nothing.
no beat, no nothing, bro.
Wow, that's crazy.
'Cause I
Acapella. Okay. All right, bet. Let's do it. All right. I was not expecting no beat. All right, let's get it.
bro, if
It's
I can figure out how to
Friday.
get a damn beat on here, we could do a beat. Shit, what I gotta do to get a beat on here?
It's all
Shit,
good. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Give me a little table beat. Give me something, you know what I'm saying?
well, I can't figure out how to do that and shit, boy. We ain't prepared, but it's all
it's
right.
it's all good. I'm gonna just hit the hoe real quick, and give the people what they asking for. All right. So it's that boy K Joe, and you already know at the
Uh-huh.
713, and we coming from the Mo. Hell
Yeah.
yeah, you already know. My boy Brady show. It's the coach. I fucked it up, but we still running it back. Yeah, I'm trying to get that sack because we trying to get a care of the city on my back. Whoa, let's chill, let's go, because I'm just trying to hit that Friday flow.
All right, I'll mess with that. Off the top on the spot. I'm gonna figure. Hey, I'm gonna bring you back. I'm gonna bring you back on, bro. When I figure out how to get damn beats
Right, you
going.
know what I'm saying?
This Zoom be glitchy. You try to put a beat and have somebody else on
Right,
the other end.
right, right. Had me like hesitate and stuff like
Hey,
that.
bro.
Nah,
Well,
it's
my
all good.
brother.
But yeah, man, I appreciate you having me on the show, man. It was
Hey,
fun.
bro. Appreciate you coming through, man. As always, bro. I fuck with you heavy, man. Just gonna y'all be on the lookout, man. See what this man doing, cause he been doing it for a while now. Every time I tap in with this boy, there's some new shit he got going on, and
Hey,
it's just
man,
bigger and bigger. Next
just
time
trying to
I,
just trying to get bigger and bigger, man. I'm trying to sit next time you hit me, man. I'm gonna get that 100K. Watch out.
yeah. All right, bro. But y'all know what it is, man. We always say we're good at success if everybody around you is still struggling. Each one reach one, each one teach one, man. And it's your boy Ollie Brady. You got any value from this episode, like, comment, subscribe, check out the YouTube, all that stuff. Peace.